Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Dad with Dad Does Real Estate here early in the morning on the east side of Indianapolis, where I currently looking to close on a flip. And today we're doing we're getting an appraisal. And I don't necessarily have to show up for this process, but I like to show up to see what the appraisals look like. That way I kind of know what they're thinking about when they're doing the appraisals. So also we're doing we're adding a bedroom and a bathroom, so that could add value, and that's something, I mean, I wrote it in my SOW, but I also just want to kind of go over it with him, and I always like to empower the appraisal to see what they think. It's going to only help me learn more about their process. So if you don't know what an appraisal is basically somebody comes in to give the value of what we're doing is to get the value of what it would be after everything's fixed up, because this is obviously going to be rehabbed. So they will usually give you the current value, and then they'll give you the ARV, the after repair value. So that's what we're here to see today. I'm about 20 minutes early, so just want to make a quick little video. See if you guys had any questions on appraisals. I'm having an issue with the appraisal on another one of my homes that I'm trying to do a refinance into a DSCR loan. So my lender in the beginning said it had an ARV of 220. My realtor said 220. No, they both said 225. And now the lender that I'm trying to do the refinance with said 190, and then they wasn't going to count some square footage because it's a duplex and it didn't have the proper address. Whatever. Not really familiar with that process. Anybody I've talked to, square footage is square footage. They could have counted as a mother-in-law suite, whatever they wanted to count it as, but they didn't. So I went through the city. The city gave me a new address, so now it's got two address. So we got that worked out. So the appraiser can reevaluate and see what the ARV is. I didn't like the conversation I had about the ARV, but like I said, that's not my job. If it comes in low, it comes in low. If it don't, it don't. And I don't have to go with that lender. I don't have to go with that appraisal, but that is their professional opinion. So we'll see where that comes back. Took 12 days to get the original appraisal, so hopefully once I get I got to send a little bit of information to them. Hopefully we can get that all worked out. So appraisals can be a little nerve-wracking because you can do as much as you want research, and it's kind of up to that one person at the end of the day. I mean, it's pretty standard. They do comparable houses, so they're going to find houses that are similar size, similar age, and stuff in the area. So that's the research you do on the front end to make sure that it supports what you're trying to do. A low appraisal can result in maybe a price adjustment on the house. That's not typically something that I like to do. I don't think most investors like to do that. But it is what it is. Your lender's not going to lend on a bad deal. So we'll see where that goes. I think we're pretty solid here, but we'll see what happens when we get the paperwork back. And if everything comes back good, it's Tuesday. Because I've already worked with the lender before, I think we're going to be able to close on Friday. So I'd be pretty impressive to get an appraisal back and close in a couple days, but we'll see what happens. That's what they said they can do. So they can do it. They can do it. So the next step, after the appraisal, if that comes back good with my SOW, then we'll officially take over ownership on Friday. From there, we'll line up our first set of contractors to come in and start doing some of the exterior work. And then some of the demoing on the inside. There's not going to be a ton of demoing. There's going to be more of addition than taking away. There's going to be some removal of a little bit of a wall, but we're taking the current kitchen, and moving all that around. So that's for another video, and we'll talk about that. But yeah, so I just want to talk about appraisals. I hope that this helps you a little bit. Just remember the appraisal is, based off comps in your particular area. I know me and the group of investors I like to work with, we like to go, no farther out than 2 to 3 months and try to keep it within a half mile. So hopefully that's what this appraiser is going to go off of, because that's what I'm going off of. Like I said, you never know. Different appraisal, different appraiser. It can go multiple different ways. You could go in here and it could appraise for $10,000 more than I expected. Don't necessarily count on that because the numbers didn't support that. But in this particular house, it's an older house, but it is surrounded by 4 brand new built houses. So it'd be interesting to see how that affects the ARV, because these are new houses and this is an old house. So I wouldn't expect it to be anywhere near them. And I don't think it'd be appraised like that. So we'll see what happens. All the numbers come back. I got about 4 different contractors I'm looking at. I have not locked in anybody particularly. I'm still waiting for a little bit more paperwork to come back on exactly what they want to do. I had flooring guy send me a quote. I got quotes on most everything, but some of the things that are lacking details, I want more details on. So I'll make a video potentially maybe Thursday, maybe Friday, the day of closing, to go over that process, show you some of the insight on that. Closing is one of the more exciting days, whether you're closing a sell or closing a buy. It's kind of the reward at the end of all the work that you're doing. So there's going to be frustrating situations in there, but once you go to that closing table, if you're making money, of course, it's a great feeling. If you're buying a property to potentially make money, obviously a great feeling. So closing's a exciting day. So hopefully we get everything worked out and we close on Friday. Then we get this thing moving, and I'll go into more details than that. I still got a follow-up video for my duplex conversion. I'll make a follow-up video on that, but I'm still working out the financing on that, so I didn't want to get too deep into that until I know. So if you guys have any questions about appraisals, ARVs, or anything like that, just leave it in the comments. I'll make additional videos if you guys need additional information. Just remember, sorry, messing up on this last bullet part. Just remember to be confident in what your numbers, know what you're looking for, and we won't have a problem with appraisal. All right, I'll get at you guys later.